Well. Who back the faller? Is there a microwave with an oven? I want a microwave oven, but how do you put it in that you want a microwave and oven because it's called a microwave oven? Isn't it? I want an actual microwave with an oven. You know what I mean? That, I think that is. Might be too big, these. Ain't got the room, but I mean. Problem is, yeah, dangerous. Need a microwave and oven. 44 centimetres. 44 centimetres. I have a tape measure. Lucky I went and bought one. 44. Yeah, it's just going to overhang. Right, is this one shown? Yep.
Join in. Dartmouth Castle bringing them up the run-in for the first time. From in second position, Wendy Will Do. He's tracking the leaders every move. And they're being followed by When the Music Stops and Park Hind. So out towards the far side of the track they go. They're through the halfway stage now of this Bet365 National Hunt at Maiden Hurdle. Dartmouth Castle, Theo Gillard really having to have his wits about him here. With that loose horse that's still not too far away. Wendy Will Do races in second still. And they're followed by When the Music Stops and Park Hind, who comes off the bridle, the back marker of the 4. As Dartmouth Castle, preceded by the loose horse, who again swerves a little out to the left to run out at that flight. Dartmouth Castle over that jump with 1 length in hand only, as the loose horse continues to slalom up ahead of him. Dartmouth Castle from Wendy Will Do. And then Park Hind, who has responded in the red and yellow colours. And When the Music Stops is now the back marker of the 4. As they run towards the end of the back straight, the last of the flights going down here, Dartmouth Castle will take this in front, and a little more clearly so as well now over Wendy Will Do, who landed in 2nd place. The loose horse between them, with back in 3rd Park Hind, and ridden along now When the Music Stops at last of the 4. So leaving the back straight and on the run back for the final half a mile now. They've got 2 more flights left to get across up the home run. A little glance behind there from Theo Gillard on the leader, Dartmouth Castle, to see Wendy Will Do chasing around about 2.5 lengths adrift under Joe Williamson. And these two are now nicely away from the others as they race on towards the second last flight of hurdles. Dartmouth Castle up and over, wasn't all that polished, but falling in 2nd place, Wendy Will Do, when trying to mount some sort of challenge. As they now head towards the final flight of hurdles, Wendy Will Do is up and sitting up jockey Joe Williamson. But that incident has left Dartmouth Castle in a very long lead, now has only to jump the final flight to win, and jump it he did. Dartmouth Castle by 25 lengths from in 2nd position When the Music Stops, who is also up and over safely. Park Hind takes it in at 3rd, and that looks like being the order home. They're led in by Dartmouth Castle, who now has won a race here at Sedgefield over hurdles, adding to his bumper success here. Dartmouth Castle all the way from in 2nd place When the Music Stops, and Park Hind will be 3rd.
Yeah, pretty straightforward in the end for the market leader over at Sedgefield in the 2:32, as Dartmouth Castle rewards those that got him at a short price. You don't have to get involved at too short a price if you like Sober Glory in the top novices hurdle. That's coming up in 15 minutes time from Aintree. Even money that Sober Glory goes on to win there. That is our epic boost, and it is available right now. Just a bit of news off the back of the previous race, the William Hill Mildmay novice chase. Gold Dancer, who of course went on to win the race but was dismounted after the line and did look a little sore, is being assessed on course by the vets at Aintree. And we don't know any more just yet, but we hope that he is A-OK after a pretty nasty incident there. We'll be back to Thirsk soon for their 2:43. My Ballyquin is 7-4 there. Clonquest is 9-4. Simon Pierre 5-2 and 17-2 for Arcot Her, who's been nibbled at. It's 10s and bigger the remainder over at Thirsk for the 2:43. If you're getting involved on the Greyhound front, you've got Newcastle's delayed 2:36 coming up, as well as Toaster's 2:41. They are both over on the second channel shortly. But on the main channel, we're going to turn our attention to Thirsk, where runners have made their way down to the start. A mile is the trip for this novice race, and the team on Racing Radio currently analysing the runners with My Ballyquin, the 7-4 market leader. Let's rejoin the team on Racing Radio and see what they make of this one.
Paddy, you're our man for Thirsk. Not much form to go on. I thought it was interesting. Simon Pierre is quite strong in the market for Gemma Tutty, having not shown a great deal on the debut, but that was only 12 days ago.
Yeah, this was the sneaky one I had at first, James. Simon Pierre could have round about 6 or 7 to 1 about this fella this morning. And I mean, you'd really have to watch the Doncaster race, to be honest, because if you were just to pick up the result and see he only beat 2 home, he possibly, once he'd done an awful lot wrong, he's just a very naturally, he's a forward-going horse, and he jumped out. I was on that Sunday when it was really blustery at Doncaster, and he was in the teeth of it, and he was always going to get tired. I think that's going to turn out to be a pretty warm race, to be honest. And the thing is, I spoke with Einar, who's Gemma's partner, the other day, and he actually sneaks into this race. Some technicality that they brought the restrictions in after. I'm pretty sure he was bought in that French breeze.
Yeah, he shouldn't be eligible with the French price.
Yeah.
But it was the 1st of July he went through the ring. I expect 30th of June was probably the cut-off. So that's a bit of a bonus because it is a restricted. It's a C&D, so normally it'd be horses that cost under 60k. Not under 60k, under 40k. So they're generally a lot weaker. As you mentioned, that Doncaster race was strong. And he only got beat 7.5 lengths as well. He ran to quite high RPR of 66. His main dangers, Clonquest, slow times as usual at Newcastle for the 2 races Clonquest is running, but a son of Ulysses, you'd imagine stepping up to the mile from 7 will suit him.
Yes, he is out pretty deep on the round course here in 9. This is his turf debut as well. But Dave Barron has been back amongst the winners, and obviously the O'Meara horse has been quite popular as well, hasn't he? My Ballyquin, who's making his return, he's been gelded. But I mean, of the rest, I mean, the market really isn't speaking for many of them. But I do just think, pretty sure Conor Beasley got off this guy at Donny, said definitely needs a ring bit. And the fact that he's drawn low here and he's got a couple of bends just to check him and break his stride ever so slightly. He's a lovely horse. Gemma had a good winner at Southall yesterday. Another filly who's done a tremendous job in restraining. And I really do like this fella. I don't think the Doncaster race will have been lost on him. And Conor did not knock him about. He eased him up the last 100 yards. So hopefully he can give a true run today.
Now, Archet has been backed to study a man filly, but she's been very tricky to get into the gates. Luke Morris riding for Dylan Coonan. Now, we had this in race 1. Luke is on the floor on his feet.
Luke Morris
I
has
can't
just
see
got
a
out of the
horse.
saddle.
Oh, no, the horse.
He's out of the saddle. I don't know whether he was unshipped or jumped off, although it looks like a farrier is on his way down there, so it might just be a case of re-shodding. But this is the RacingTV.com restricted novices stakes. It's for horses that are in the band C and D bracket. So they're just leading away number 6 at the moment, or just leading towards the others. See what happens there. But yeah, we'll find out with Archet. Malcolm Tomlinson's keeping a close eye on it, and he'll keep us up to date, today's commentator. Sayada Queen is the bottom one, or Sayeda Aline, I should say, daughter of 10 Sovereigns, trained by Jack Shannon, who's made a great start to the season. He had that high-profile double at the Lincolnshire meeting. Archet has been withdrawn, so Archet withdrawn. So we're down to 8 runners for this one. Withdrawn will not come under starters orders, Archet, but keep her in mind for future because she's a smashing type on the pedigree. Simba's Pride, the best turned out horse, he's being introduced to the stalls now under Mark Wynne. Been here in the past where Mark's had doubles and trebles. He's riding this Simba's Pride, who's returning from 342 days off, just a little bit green at the stalls, but picked up for just £2,000. That one is rearing up there. Let's hope all goes well. The winner of the first race, Where Love Lives, that horse was a little bit slow to go in the stalls, but got there eventually and put up on the track a very professional display. A win for John Blackburn and Kevin Ryan, and will go on from that as well. Was very professional through the race. Let's hope that Simba's Pride is professional once going in the stalls. Let's hope the horse goes in the stalls first of all. But I want to labour a little bit more on that Ulysses colt, Clonquest, horse number 2. Maria de Silva is the horse that finished ahead of Clonquest.
Why are they fucking around? Why? Every other fucking meeting in the world gets them straight in. Britain that can't do it. Why?
That's it. They're all in. We're set to race. They're off. They race over the mile then for the RacingTV.com restricted In behind the pace, Mayflower Billy's centre pack, racing in advance of My Bally Quinn. A length and a half back to Simon Pierre and a gap of 3 to 4 lengths to Luscious Lil, who's a little bit outspeeded at the back of the now 7-runner field. So racing towards the end of the backstretch through the first couple of furlongs inside the 6, and out wide of runners it's Conquest in the red and green, showing the way by 3 parts of a length to Simba's Pride in the yellow with the white spots on the inside rail horse and the noseband, and they're followed by Roger Charger in the green and orange jacket, Mayflower Billy next in the brown and white. Tucked in behind those, just shaken up for a stride or two, My Bally Quinn, red jacket, green cap, in front of Simon Pierre's in the predominantly red jacket with the blue stars, and a gap of 4 or 5 to Luscious Lil in the black and white. Off the turn they come, back inside the final 3 furlongs now, and levelling up for the judge, and on the inside it's Simba's Pride, tackled by Quinn, starting to pick up now towards the left hand side. Simba's Pride is kept going, then Mayflower Billy. My Bally Quinn has hit the frontier, skips on by a length to Conquest, kept going Mayflower Billy, Simon Pierre in behind, then on the far side Simba's Pride. It's My Bally Quinn who shows away from off the pace. Simon Pierre is beginning to rattle home towards the near side, and Simon Pierre's got up to score. So My Bally Quinn in second, Conquest was third in front of Mayflower Billy, followed by Simba's Pride, Luscious Lil and Roger Charger.
So all changed in the last furlong there. It was number 4, Simon Pierre, who came from off the pace. Simon, who was Pierre. Simon.
Yeah, it's only one because I didn't back it. It's one because I didn't put 50 each way on. That's why it's one. The gold each way. We don't back favourites, by the way. We don't back win only favourites. That one is an each way in the race. Gold each way against it. So that's a perfect result. Gold each way, Simon Pierre beating the favourite.
A reminder of the Epic Boost Live. Sober Glory to win at even money. Boosted out from an original 4 to 7. That's a thing of the past. You don't need to take the 8 to 11 that's currently on offer. You can have even money with us here at William Hill. All you need if you're in shop is a plus card, and you can take advantage. We're off to home straight before we take a trip back to Aintree.
As well, and La Conquiere homeward bound then, 3 flights left to jump. Now the pace will surely increase, and Sober Glory will take over just at the third last from Sinatra. Baron Noir is pulled out for a run, Storming George wide, then starting 15 and La Conquiere. Sinatra serving it up to Sober Glory. Baron Noir, Storming George is making ground as well, and Sober Glory's in trouble here, and it's Sinatra that goes on with Baron Noir. Sober Glory hasn't been able to pick up Storming George on the outside, and then starting 15 at the final flight. Baron Noir wasn't brilliant. Sinatra on the far side, Storming George on the near side, Baron Noir between them, then starting 15 and Sober Glory is Storming George, and Jack Quinlan that now goes on into the lead inside the final clear, 50 yards, and Storming clear. It is Storming George who wins the top novices hurdle. Sinatra in second, Baron Noir. On the far side, starting 15, Sober Glory near side. And then La Conquiere.
Bit of a shock in the top novice hurdle. It goes the way of Storming George at 16 to 1 for Neil King and Jack Quinlan. That was a 255, gets the better of Sinatra back in second.
Actually had longer off.
It's one at 16s and I ain't backed it. Not even a penny on it. Gold each way gamble.
16 to 1 then, the winner of the top novice hurdle over at Aintree, getting the better of Sinatra back in second. Disappointment from the odds-on favourite Sober Glory. 16 to 1, the winner from Sinatra at sixes, back in second. Action coming up for you on 2 at Toaster. The 301 is a 270-metre D4 contest, 5 to 4. The price of Trap 5 Grafton Sass, 2 to 1 Hair of the Bear, and 6 to 1 Bar. That's coming up for you on 2 from Toaster. This is the replay, though, of Storming George, who storms down the centre of the course to get the better of the Skelton trained Sinatra to the far side. Baron Noir was back in third. 5 getting the better of the 2. And the celebrations from Jack Quinlan, deservingly so. We'll be heading to Sedgefield next for the 303, a 2 mile 1 maiden hurdle where Rebel Tribesman is 8 to 11 from Chemistry at 15 to 8. Critter King is 6 to 1, 40 to 1 for Ribble River, and the same price for Twilight Safari. This is race 3, 5 runners in total at Sedgefield. This is the 303, and we'll head back to the team over on William Hill Racing Radio and see what they make of this one.
In terms of the race we've just seen, the horse for next year, Sinatra, for sure. You know, I think he's one I would be wanting to follow next year. I think he'll have a really good season.
Yeah, but he's only rated 134.
Yeah, but where's the post? Where's the post gone? Where's the post? Gold each way Storming George, where is it? I posted it. I posted it. I can't find where I posted. Posted it. Gold each way. George. George, where is it? Did you see it? Fucking get on it anyway, so what's point? 16s, 50 each way, 16s. 50, 100, 152, 253, 354, 455. 800 quid. Down the fucking Swanee because I didn't fucking bag it. I'm sick and tired now. Fucking hundreds of them, thousands of pounds. I'm fucking tipping these bastards. You're making them rich, and I'm not making myself rich. It's the end. It's the end. Well, I didn't post it there, did I? This is why I hate Facebook. Where's the post?
You don't tell people that you've about land. Wish me luck. It's fucking stupid, man.
Just tipped 16 to 1 winner, Storming George at Aintree, and I didn't get a penny on. 900 quid, again, not made. I'm sick of this. And even I've posted it, and nobody's told me where they put. I've got to wait till end of racing to watch the video to see where I posted it. One of them mentioned it, but it's not making any sense. Has he backed it? Where's the others? Where's it? This fucking creature that's coming to Facebook from X. Look, I made 20 odd points on Superfix. Not a fucking penny from him, and he's assuming, him that's chucked his job in for this, he's assuming I'm going to keep fucking working for him for free. Where's my money? The fix, you tell me when you're in, or you're not in, because you've now got a bill you've got to pay for the 21 times £800 each, I want, before you come into the group and take the piss full time. 16 to 1, 16 to 1. That I could have got all my money back and 500 on top. This is disgusting now that I didn't back that. Absolutely disgusting. And I've backed 2 fucking fallers so far, and that comes in, and I didn't, not even a fucking tenner each way on it. I'm so fucking fed up. I could kill myself. I'd fucking kill myself now. Didn't get on this either. Gold gamble. Simon Pierre. 2 already. Nearly 20 times money. Ahead again.
Taking your mugshot so the police can swarm in. Freeze! Who's goddamn terrorists?
You do know I'm working at Cheltenham, don't you?
As they approach the first...
Fucking cartoon, fucking racing.
You need a brand new name. Just like I'm using Danny F now. You might have to do that. But yeah, when you make a new account, sometimes now it does. If you were to change your name, it does ask. It does ask for that now. It's all different now, Facebook. They're trying to stop all these fake accounts.